Hey there! So you know this is a pre-recorded message. Thank you guys so much for clicking on the video. And the fact is, at the very end, I'm starting to put bloopers at the end. So thank you guys so much for clicking on the video. And now let's get on with the actual video. What are you talking about? You're the one for me, Catradora fanfic. And thank you guys for clicking on the video. It is episode 7, season 1. And without further ado, let's get on with the chapter. But if you guys could, please hit that like and subscribe button if you guys do enjoy the video. I'm now walking alone in the forest as I left Catra. I did it. I let her go. So then why does it hurt so much? I'm crying as I'm walking somewhere or someplace. Is this rejection? Is this because I love her? I still can't believe I said that. I was able to tell her how I feel because she didn't accept it. Adora! Adora! I heard my name from the two people I longed missed most as my eyes shined. Glimmer! Bo! I'm here! I shouted, and not seconds later, Bo and Glimmer were on top of me with a hug and tears. I'm so glad that your guys found me. I've been lost in the woods for the past 4 days, I laughed. We're so sorry. If we pushed you to tell us, you wouldn't have to be in this situation, Glimmer apologized. Sorry, Adora, Bo apologized. It's okay, guys. Let's go home. I'm tired, I told them. I walked back as I couldn't help but feel something calling me. I turned my head to the woods behind me as I shrugged it off, hoping to forget everything about it. Glimmer and Bo left me in my room as I dropped down to my bed. I feel so exhausted. My mind started to go on Catra as every moment we had started to pass by my eyes. Grrr! I put a pillow on top of my eyes, but when my eyes shut, she was there with a smile or a flustered face. Stop it! I said, feeling my face heating up. As I took off the pillow and turned to the person who was on the other side of my bed. Hey, Adora! Catra! Ugh! I screamed through the pillow. Catra laughed. I love teasing you. To see your flustered face, Catra said as she poked me on the nose. You're not real, I complained. Yet I'm in your head, Adora, she smirked as she crawled on top of me. I felt heated up. I'm always in your mind, princess, she said to my ear as she was on top of my lap. Ugh, I screamed. She licked my ear as I flinched. Don't worry, Adora. I don't bite, she said as she whispered and seductively. That's it. Nope. No, 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 no. You're not real. You're in my head, I said as I got off the bed and went to the bathroom. You're no fun, Catra complained from the corner of the bathroom. I've been told, I said as I splashed water on my face, hoping she'd be gone. I'm that easy to get rid of, princess. I rolled my eyes as I changed. Nice body. Why don't we have some fun with it, Catra said as her tail went across my waist. Again, my face is red. No, 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 no. This ain't real. I finished changing and went to the bed with a book in my hand. Reading, are you serious? Why not go cause some trouble? She groaned. Catra was next to me as she was teasing me that I couldn't focus on what I was reading. Why are you doing this to me? I said to her. Remember, idiot, you're mine. You're doing it to yourself, she told me. I sighed. Hey, why don't you find the real me so we can have some fun? She wiggled her eyebrows. Ha ha ha, very funny, I said with sarcasm. Then out of nowhere I got a headache. Ow! I grunted as it hurt. Adora, where are you? I saw a crying Catra on my bed. Catra! The headache went away as the mind Catra came back. What happened? I asked. This is your mind and you're still an idiot, she said. Well, why don't you mind telling me? I said with annoyance. Guess she loves you back, she said. What? Ugh. She used telepathy, which only works when your lover or love for someone is equal between each other. You know, soulmates, she explained. What are you talking about? I questioned. I still can't believe you left the real me alone in the woods, she snarled. Catra, did you forget to think she didn't have a way back home? She shouted. My eyes widened as I realized what I had just done. I left Catra again, but lost in the woods with no way home. I quickly put my clothes on and went out through the window so no one would see me. I ran into the woods and tried to remember the way Glimmer and Bow found me. I finally got there to find the place empty. Where are you? I looked around and went to the tree and found nothing. I sighed as I went against the tree and sat. How could I be so stupid? My hands were covering my eyes. As the edge of my eyes saw something. Footprints. I turned around to find the tree scratched up and looked to see a rock on the grass. What happened here? Then everything came together. Catra was fighting with someone. She jumped to the tree, and someone from behind hit her in the head as she fell. I saw 2 small pieces of rope. Josh! The words finally came out. I followed the footprints as it led me to a cave. What the hell? I entered to see a door, and next to it, control buttons. You're smart, beautiful, he said. I turned around. Where's Catra? What do you mean? He said innocently as he walked towards me. I know she's here. So tell me. Guess you'll have to fight me to do it. He smirked. Really? A fight? Well, then here goes nothing. I turned to look at my waist. As I just remembered, I left my sword in my room. I'm so dumb. How can I leave something important there? Oh, guess I have to do it on my own. No thanks to you, Shira. I went towards him slowly, so he would think I was going to back out. I went to his ear and whispered, "Bring it on," I smirked. That was a funny chapter, actually. Sorry that I have a lot of stuttering. I am getting a lot better at it. I have seen a couple of comments saying, I think a computer could do it better, and I do believe, you know what, a computer would have an easier time reading all this than I would. Completely. 100% would have a much easier time. But I love making this type of content, and I will always try my hardest. So thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Now let's get on to the next chapter, why don't we? What are you doing? A headache went to my head as I was crying. Adora isn't here. I have to do this on my own, I said as I stood up. Let's look around here. Hey, Catra, Adora said as she walked next to me. You're not real, get out, I snarled. You're right, I'm not real, but not made from her thoughts. I'm in your mind, she said as she grabbed my chin. Our faces were close. My face went red. Adora laughed. I rolled my eyes as I grabbed her chin. It's not fun to tease someone else, I said as her face went red. I laughed. If this is my mind, I have a good view, I smirked as I continued walking. Haha, very funny, she said as she rolled her eyes. Now why are you here? Here to help you find a way out. Duh, she said. We walked and walked in the white room as we saw nothing ahead and took a break. How far are we? I growled. I think we're not even moving, Adora said. What? You're just like her. Who? Never mind. This is your mind and you're still an idiot. She face-palmed herself. If you're so smart, why not say it? I rolled my eyes as I crossed my arms. What if you're sleeping? But not just any sleep, but you're in your mind, where Josh is controlling you, she said with a smile. That makes sense. My eyes shot wide open. So how do I wake up? I asked her. I don't know. It's your mind, Adora said as she grabbed my chin. All right. Stop playing with me, I said as I moved her hand away. You're still denying your feelings. Well, at least in front of me. Inside you've already admitted it. I don't know what you're talking about, I said as I continued to walk ahead. She sighed as she shook her head. We continued to walk till Adora was poking my shoulder. Not your tricks again, I growled. No, stupid, look, she said as I looked where she was pointing at. Something huge was in the way. Catra, let's go, Adora said as she wanted us to back away. But what is it? Ugh, Catra, it's a bear, she said as she dragged me by the arm. We were now being chased by a hungry bear who didn't eat his dinner. Adora, where are we going? I shouted. I don't know. Just continue running, she shouted. I'm so glad the whore taught us to run quick, as we were practiced there our speed. Catra, what? Watch your head, she shouted as she ran to the left. What? I looked ahead of me to find another bear. I went under it as I ran to Adora's direction. I don't think we can keep running, she shouted. Yes, we can, Catra. There's nothing ahead of us but a long, empty way while we're being hunted down by 2 hungry bears, she shouted at me. She had a point. I looked around and there was nothing. Nothing to hide and nothing to camouflage in. We both stopped at the same time. We looked at each other for a moment and nodded our heads. Our only option was to fight them. We ran towards them as Adora jumped on top of one, and I went under the other. The bear on top of me was moving around so I could get off as I climbed to the top of him and scratched his ears. Adora was kicking his face as well, punching it. I scratched it and kicked it everywhere. We continued to do this till they finally gave up and ran away. Good job, Catra, Adora hugged me. You too, I blushed as I hugged back. I think you can wake up now, she said as she pulled away. How? Close your eyes, she said. I closed my eyes and waited. Wait, is she going to kiss me? I waited and waited till I felt a slap went across my face, and I flinched and I opened my eyes. I looked around to find myself on top of a table in a room. I scratched the straps off and looked around the floor. Where is it? There must be a secret way, I said as I went to the walls to feel them. I touched each side and each part as I felt a button on the fourth wall. Finally, I said in relief. I pressed it as the door went open again with the walking. Ahead of me was a long way. I looked around to find myself in a cave. I continued walking till I started to get exhausted. Not now, Catra. Don't give up. Just continue walking. You need to get out of here. Get off of me, I heard a man's voice shout. Where is she? Adora! Adora! That's where I had the energy to run. The energy came from nowhere as I was now running to the voice ahead of me. I saw her as she was on top of Josh, screaming at him as my hands were now on my knees from exhaustion. I saw Josh flip Adora over as she was now on the bottom. She was struggling to get him off of her as he moved his hands to her waist and to under her. Sorry to interrupt, I growled. Catra, Adora smiled. What? How are you alive? And, well, awake? You can't hold me for long, Josh, I snarled at him as I got my claws ready. Adora kicked him off of her as she hit his back to the wall. He tried to get back up, but when I went to him, as I punched his face in. And your people aren't here to protect you anymore, are they? I smirked. I ran to Adora. What are you doing here? I questioned her as I put my hands on her shoulder. Didn't you call for me? She smirked as she tilted her head. My eyes widened as those words came out of her mouth. She came for me? Well, that was an interesting video for sure, and a very interesting. I'm so sorry. I'm really terrible at this right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys could, please hit that like and subscribe button. I do appreciate it for you guys if you guys came all this way, and I do apologize for my stutter and my massive ability to not be able to read. I am extremely dyslexic and having to get better at it as we go. Thank you guys so much, and you know what? Just because someone tells me a computer can do this reading thing better than I can, I'm going to continue reading it. I love it, and I just think it's going to be a lot more fun if an actual human reads it instead of a robot. That's why we were put here. We were meant to read these stories, not computers. Thank you guys so much, and have a good day. Goodbye. No, stupid. Look, she said as I looked where she was looking at. Something huge was there, as I growled. Catra, let's go, Adora said as she walked us to the back way. Oh, this is the 4th time I've read this. Why is my brain not comprehending that one word? Oh. No, stupid, look, she said as I looked where she was pointing at. Something huge was in the way. Catra, let's go, Adora said as she wanted us to back away. But what is it? Ugh, Catra, it's a bear, she said as she dragged me by the arm. We were now being chased by a hungry bear who didn't eat his dinner. Adora, where are we going? I shouted. I don't know, just continue running, she shouted. I'm so glad the whore taught us to run quick, as we were practiced there our speed. Catra, what? Watch your head, she shouted as she ran to the left. What? I looked ahead of me to find another bear. I went under it as I ran to Adora's direction. I don't think we can keep running, she shouted. Yes, we can, Catra. There's nothing ahead of us but a long empty way while we're being hunted down by 2 hungry bears, she shouted at me. She had a point. I looked around and there was nothing. Nothing to hide, nothing to flammagrains in.